very good morning and welcome to this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Steven Machado. Let's get into local news first. The Central Bank of Sri Lanka has announced a final extension of the deadline for banks to finalize loan rescheduling agreements with eligible SME borrowers to the 30th of June 2025. This crucial extension provides a vital two-week reprieve from the previous deadline of the 15th of June 2025. The CBSL's directive issued to all licensed commercial and specialized banks aims to facilitate the sustainable revival of businesses adversely affected in the recent past. It builds upon previous relief measures outlined in Circular Number 4 of 2024 and Addendum Circular Number 1 of 2025. Under these provisions, licensed banks have been advised to provide further concessions, including interest reliefs and new lending facilities to affected SME borrowers. This applies specifically to businesses that had previously commenced discussions for business revival with respective banks by the 31st of March 2025. Moving on, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says it is paying close attention to the requests made by Sri Lankan workers in Israel and Iran who wish to return to the island. This follows the recent escalation of hostilities between the two countries, which has led to the closure of both Israeli and Iranian airspaces. The ministry stated that agreements will be made to repatriate Sri Lankan workers once the airspaces are reopened. In the meantime, several special telephone numbers have been introduced for Sri Lankans in those countries to contact their respective embassies in case of emergencies. Further information can be obtained by calling the Ministry of Foreign Affairs at 011 2325 373 or 011 2207 200 or by visiting the official website of the ministry. Onto a weather update. Showers will occur at times in western, Sabaragamuwa, central, southern and northern provinces. Heavy falls about 100 millimeters are likely at some places in western and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in Nuwara, Kandy, Galle, Mathura and Putlam districts. Several spells of showers will occur in the northern province and in Anuradhapura district. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places in Uva province and in Ampara and Batiklo districts during the afternoon or night. Strong winds of about 50 to 60 kilometers an hour can be expected at times over western slopes of the central hills and in northern, north central, Sabaragamuwa, northwestern and the southern provinces and in the Trincomalee district. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds. Up next is international news.
International news.
In international news, Iraq has approached the Iranian and US governments in a bid to prevent being caught up in a regional escalation. Officials said yesterday as Washington's ally Israel and Iran traded blows. The government in Baghdad is a close ally of Tehran, but also a strategic partner of Iran's arch foe, the United States. Up next is sports news.
Sports news.
Max Verstappen showed his irritation with questions about penalty points and race bans after qualifying on the front row for today's Canadian Grand Prix alongside George Russell. Mercedes Russell took pole position for the second year in a row with Red Bull's Verstappen, who is chasing a fourth successive Canadian victory, second fastest. The race will be the first since the Formula One rivals collided in Spain, an incident that left Verstappen one penalty point away from a mandatory ban. And that's all the news we have for you for this edition of YES101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Steven Machado. Thank you for watching.